Okay, I think we're all set. How's it going, everyone? I hope the rest of your week has gone well. So today's plan, if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, throw something in the chat. But first off, I have this jar that I never made a lid for. It's pretty leather hard. I've had it for a while and I've just been misting it and trying to keep it somewhat, I don't know if I should say it because most people don't like the word moist, but just not bone dry yet. So it's been leather hard for a minute. So I need to make a lid for this. That's why I have this, and I'm going to throw the lid on a bat so it's easier to lift off without messing it up. So first off, what I'll do is I'm going to throw my chamois on here and then put the bat on top. But after that, I will probably throw a mug, and then I am planning to try to make a more like bellied out jar. So we'll see how this all works out. Probably gonna throw this a little wider one so I can account for it drying out. It shrinks, so this might be a little smaller than when I originally threw it. And also I can trim the inside of this rim and then trim the outside of the flange for the lid. Alright, I feel like that took way too long since it's such a simple lid, but that is the lid that is going to go on this jar. Hopefully it fits. I should be able to trim plenty off if I need to make it fit. So, in case you guys didn't see it earlier, this jar is going to have that lid. I'm gonna have to trim off a ton from the outside, but that's okay. It gives me some something to trim, which I do enjoy trimming. This itself is gonna need a lot of trimming because it's pretty thick, especially on the bottom. But that's all I'm doing on the bat for today. I think I'm gonna make a mug next, and then if I have time, I'm gonna try to do a like more bellied out vase, I guess. So in case you guys aren't familiar with these, they're bat pins, and you can either leave them in or take them out. They are needed if you're just throwing straight off the wheel head. Usually for me, when I'm throwing like wider things or things that are a little bit more flat, I like using a bat, because anytime that I throw something that is that shape just on the wheel head, I always mess it up trying to take it off the wheel. Okay. And today I want to throw one of the mugs that I have done often, where it's just a pretty simple mug where it's a little angled in. mug done. I don't know how many minutes, probably like 15, something like that. I do want to get a little faster at making this specific mug shape because they're pretty simple, so it really shouldn't take me that long to throw these. Cool. Now for this. Wish me luck, because I have not been able to throw anything with my larger lumps of clay recently, so. Feels kind of good. So, hopefully I'm not jinxing myself. I jinxed it. Feels pretty good. I'm gonna go for it on that. So I think when you open up taller, especially if you're trying to get a good cylinder, you're kind of opening to bring the clay upwards. So I'm going to see if I can do that. Still more like clay in the bottom. Oops. Still so much clay in the bottom. I'll see if I can bring this up. Okay. Now I'm probably just going to try to make sure that the wall's even. Sorry, you guys, having to focus on this and haven't been paying attention to the chat. The Peaceful Grower says, that's pretty cool. I subbed. Well, thanks for the subscribing. I appreciate it. It is fun. It is cool. But it is challenging too. Which is, I guess, part of the cool part. Is that you're trying to make something and you never really know if it's going to come out or not. So I'll probably clean up this skirt at the bottom and then I'll get to shaping this. I don't think it's going to be very big or like that good of a bellied out jar or yeah, I think they're jars. So a Peaceful Grower says, no worries, bro, keep doing your thing. Thanks. Yeah, I love pottery and it's been really fun to do. So yeah. Is there any art, or do you do pottery, or are there any other types of art that you do? Probably should get some of this water out. Peaceful Grower said, I used to pour molds with my best friend's mom. Oh, that's cool. So you used to do like slip casting where you would take kind of like watered down clay that's mixed with like I think it's called like a non-flatulent or something like that. So it allows it to stay suspended. Peaceful Grower said, kind of similar to what you're doing. Hello from Myrtle Beach. Oh, Myrtle Beach. Isn't that on like the East Coast? Is that South or North Carolina? I used to live in Georgia, so I'm not that familiar, but it sounds familiar. South Carolina. Peaceful Grower said South Carolina. Awesome, yeah. I'm not sure if South Carolina is as humid and hot as Georgia is. Maybe since you're in Myrtle Beach, it might be similar, but that was brutal in Georgia. Peaceful Grower said, I'm from Northern Illinois. Just moved here about 14 months ago. My wife was supposed to move here with me in July, but she passed away January 4th. Yeah, the weather can get pretty hot here. Just changes fast, I'm assuming. I'm really sorry for your loss. That's really sad. I can't imagine losing your significant other. How long were you guys married, or how long were you guys together for, even before being married? No, you're good. Write as much as you want. I'm happy to have the conversation. And then said, I'm moving to North Carolina in 2 weeks to be close to my brothers. Oh, that's great that you're gonna move somewhere where you have family. Do you have any relatives or any friends out in South Carolina right now? I know it's pretty new, so it's kind of hard to develop friendships and whatnot, especially as an adult. Thanks. It's been very hard. Said 25 years. Wow, that's amazing that you guys were together for so long. And yeah, I can't imagine how tough it must be when you've spent so much time, like such a significant portion of your life with someone, and then they're not there. A Peaceful Grower said, no, not really. People keep to themselves mostly, which is cool, but tough to meet people. Yeah, it's same here. We've been in Tucson for I think, a few years now, but really didn't develop that many friendships here until we ended up taking a pottery class. And the people that we take the pottery class with, that we've been doing it with for the past like 2 years now, they become really good friends. We hang out with them. So I don't know if that's something that you'd be interested in learning pottery, but there's communities all over that you might be able to take a class and be able to meet some people. Oh, man. Peaceful Grower said, yeah, I had to call my 3 stepkids and give them the terrible news. That was tough. Yeah. Yeah, I bet that was really hard. And I'm sure it's still hard until now. Because it really wasn't that long ago. I think that's about as round as I'm going to get this. Peaceful Grower said, that sounds good. I need a new hobby besides growing weed. LOL, I changed my content on my channel. Is it legal to grow weed and for like personal use or anything over in South Carolina? I'm not too familiar with the laws there and whatnot. But yeah, it never hurts to take up another hobby, especially if it's something that you could potentially, build some relationships with people and have some friendships, and it definitely has a positive impact, even if like pottery isn't your thing. It is really important to have like a community of people that you can even just converse with. Yeah, and Peaceful Grower said, yeah, I miss our daily phone calls especially. Yeah, I can imagine that it's really tough to go from having that regular communication and relationship, and then it just goes to nothing. And yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. And then Illegal Grower says, in Illinois it was illegal, not here though. Yeah, so that's tough. Kind of trying to find something where you don't have to stress about that, especially. finish this. I kind of need to cut it there because if I keep messing with it, I'm going to mess it up. A Peaceful Grower said, thanks, I do appreciate that a lot. I've been struggling, so I don't talk to people much. My YouTube, Canna family are very supportive and some amazing people. I'm very well known. Yeah, and if you can, I mean, even finding an online community that's supportive, that you can kind of share what you're going through is definitely has a positive impact. But yeah, it would be good to have something in person. Something in person, I think, does provide a lot of additional value. Just because being humans, we do require some sense of, interpersonal connection that's like in person also. But that's where I'm at with this one. I'm probably going to cut it here and let this dry some on the wheel before I try to take it off. So thank you so much for tuning in, and A Peaceful Grower, thanks so much for communicating and having a little chat with me. I do my streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Right now it's 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys are interested in following me on, TikTok, that's what I'm on more. It's Casey_Hoyt, so I think it's the same as my YouTube, and then my Instagram I think is ch_ceramics_, and A Peaceful Grower. If you're on those, feel free to go find me, and if you want to send me a message and let me know that it's you that you're adding me on any of those platforms, we can keep on chatting. But thanks so much. I will be back again on Thursday, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week and enjoy the rest of your weekend, or enjoy your weekend, the rest of your week and your weekend. And I will talk to you guys on the next one.